to get the hang of it. My first one was a nightmare. But once I figured out what to do and what not to do, it was a little bit easier to make the next one. So this one is going to be a little bit smaller because we're only going to use this little piece right here, where normally I would take like two of these and then just kind of stick them together. So you have one on this side, one on this side, and then you bend the middle and put it around the lantern. That's when it gets pretty big. But we're going to make it a little different tonight to where I'm going to put this on the side of the lantern. So it's just going to hang kind of like this. See, so it's not too big. There's going to be a bow up here, and then this, and then that'll be the lantern swag. So not too bad. I'm just going to wait for a couple more people to come on, and then we'll get started. This is my first live on YouTube, so this will be interesting. So if you haven't subscribed, if you could subscribe and hit the bell at the top right hand corner, and that way you'll get notifications when I go live. There we go. Okay, so I got out of my YouTube and got back in. Takes forever to open. YouTube is a lot slower than Facebook, it looks like. So we'll see. Buffering, buffering. So if it does buffer a lot with my Mevo tonight, then what I might do is I might order another stand and put it on my table like I had before, just use my phone. So I was just gonna do YouTube tonight with my Mevo to see if it was any better. So we'll see how it goes. God, let me in my live already. Okay, hold on. This is being really slow. Yeah, I may just have to use my phone from now on. Hold on. Close. Alright, I'm trying to open my live on my YouTube, and it's just taking forever. So, I'll go ahead and get started, and people will come and go as they normally will. So what I'm going to do tonight, and this is going to be fairly simple, hopefully I can get into my YouTube live on my tablet so I can see your guys' comments here in a minute. Everything's got to be a fight, I swear. So, just a second. Okay. So I'm going to be using this lantern. This is a 17-inch lantern. And I got this one from Hobby Lobby when it was 50% off, and I think I spent maybe $10 on it. I only use this for display. I don't sell my lantern swags with the lantern. I would have to charge an arm and a leg for them, and these are heavy, which would make my shipping go a lot higher. So I sell my lantern swags without the lantern. And I get these LED candles. I got these ones from Hobby Lobby, I think. You know, they're just basic. You don't ever want to use a regular candle when you have a lantern swag on a lantern. It'll start on fire because it just gets too hot. So we can just use one of these, and I got a smaller one so you can have a set. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's all lit up and we get done with the lantern swag. It looks really pretty. You could also, if you don't want to put candles in it, you could take some ornaments and put them inside. You can take some flowers and greenery and put them inside. So if you're going to make a lantern swag, I would also get a Lazy Susan like this. It's going to be a lot easier to move around at the top of this when you have, you can turn it really easy. I got this one at Walmart, just a couple bucks. It's in the housewares department where all the Tupperware and stuff is. Okay, so we're going to use that. Now this is what we're going to use for our lantern swag. This is going to be our base. This is a pine, basically it's like a spray or a pick, whatever you want to call it. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby in their Christmas pick aisle. And they're fairly inexpensive. It's all wired, so you can move it around, you can add more stuff to it, which we're going to be adding quite a bit to it actually. So our colors for the Victorian lantern swag are going to be pink, kind of a rose gold maybe, and gold. Okay, so I got some gold holly leaves, and I believe I got these at Hobby Lobby as well. I got these gold. These are from Joann's because I recognize the Bloom Room stems. Yep, this is a Joann stem. I got this a while ago, so it's kind of a gold color. I got some of these gold leaves, and I got these at Hobby Lobby, also in their pick section. I got these at Hobby Lobby. These are really pretty. These little picks with gold and pink balls on them. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. I got some of these picks with a gold pine cone, some gold leaves, and the ends of this pick are gold glitter. So it's got a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it really good. You can see the gold tips at the end. So I got 3 of those picks. I also got, oh, come on. Okay, there we go. I also got 2 of these. These got kind of a pink tinge to them, so they're pink and gold. I know it's hard to tell in the light, but there's a rhinestone in the middle, so that should be really pretty. And I got 2 of these picks. So I got 2 of these. I got 3 of the gold with the pink. And let's see. I got one of these. These are really pretty. I got this at the at-home store. So if you have an at-home store, check out their Christmas section. They have tons and tons of different ornaments in different themes. Now I got one of these. I do have more, but I think I'm only going to use one of these, I think. Yeah. These I got at Hobby Lobby. They come in a box of 6. I'm only going to use one because our swag is not that big. So we're not going to add too much stuff or it's going to overpower. You're not going to be able to see the greenery. I do have 2 of these. These I got at Hobby Lobby. It's got silver glitter and little pink. Kind of reminds me of a cherry blossom. So I got some of those. I got some little pink ones. I've had these for a while, but I think I got these at Hobby Lobby last year. I got a couple little gold ones and a medium-sized gold one. And I got some little pink ones. Now, the ribbon that we're going to use 5 different ribbons. We're going to use 1 4-inch, 2 2.5, and 2 1.5. So the 4-inch is going to be the star of the show, basically. This is my 4-inch ribbon. Ooh, isn't that pretty? It's got gold in the middle. It's kind of like a rose pink blush, if you want. A velvet. Then we've got some, I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. Both of these I got at Hobby Lobby. I got these two. Okay. And I'm going to use a 1.5 and a 1 inch. This I got at Hobby Lobby in their aisle where they have the ribbon where the mesh is. This is wired. It's more of like a cloth type. It's in the floral, but it's wired. It's like a more of a pinkish rose color. And then we're going to use an iridescent white. I know it's kind of hard to see in the light. You can't see the iridescent, but we're going to use that as well. Okay, so let me get my glue gun and turn that on, because we're going to need that. Because I'm going to make the bow first, and while this is heating up, I am going to make the bow. So, I'm going to use my Easy Bow Maker. I am going to move this out of the way for now so you can see. On the floor. Okay, I'm just going to kind of move this stuff out of the way so you can see the bow being made. I'm only going to use, put one loop on each side. And I don't want the bow to be huge. I mean, this is a pretty small swag. So we're going to see how that works. Okay, so okay. I'm going to start with a 4 inch. Okay. I got this from Etsy, but it's Offrey who makes it. You can see. And I checked to see if she had any more, and she doesn't carry this one anymore. So if you want to look for this one, look on Offrey's site. It's www.offray.com, O-F-F-R-A-Y. I'm going to make my tails, I'm not going to make them too long, just because I don't want it to take away from the swag. Okay, so I'm going to make it about an 8-inch tail. I'm going to twist it. Let's see if I can do this in my hand and just use my... Okay, so I'm going to squish it. Let me pan down so you can see. Okay. I'm going to squish it. Okay. And I'm going to make my loops at about, I'm going to make them about 6 inches. This is pretty thick ribbon, so it's going to be a little hard to manhandle, but we'll get through it, right? Okay. Yep, it's about 6 inches. Okay. So how you want to do this is you want to lift it up like this, kind of twist it, and put it to the back. You want to twist this as well. Okay. Twist this to the back. Make sure it unfolds back here because it's going to want to fold in on itself at the bottom in the crease. Especially this thicker ribbon. Okay. And then we're going to cut it. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this right down there. kind of done with that. All right, so we're done with that. So let's do okay, that one's kind of short. I'm gonna make those look about the same height. That one looked a little long. Okay. I'm gonna use this one, this snowflake one. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one about 7 inches. And twist it. I'm gonna make it about the same length. So these loops are actually about 5 inches, which is perfect. It'll be, I was gonna make them 6, but that might actually be too big. Down in here so it kind of holds it. You don't really have to measure your tails. You know, if they're a little uneven, it's okay. It's going to give just a little bit more character. So those that just came on, if you could say hi so I know who's here, so I can say hello. Okay, then I'm going to use this one. And since this is really thick ribbon, I am going to use a zip tie. But I'm also going to put some ribbon underneath it because I'm going to use this ribbon to tie it to the lantern swag. Okay, so I'm going to make this one about 7 inches. Twist it. Okay. I'm going to make these the same length as the other one. And then when I get to the 1.5, I'll make the loops up just a little bit shorter. Okay. Put this one back on. So how's everybody doing tonight? Are the comments working? Because nobody's commenting, so I'm not sure. Can somebody comment so I can make sure that they're working? Okay, I'm gonna use this one. Make this one also 7 inches. Let me get on my live real quick and see if okay. Just seeing if my comments are working. I may have to. I've got another. I want this color though because it's more of a cream. I'm gonna put my. So let's see. out of that one. So let's make these just a tad shorter. We'll make it work. Okay, just checking. And then when the live is over, I will put a under the comments, I will put the list of the supplies that I've used. Thank you for commenting, Kathy. I just want to make sure it was still working. Nope, not that one. This one. Okay, that one at 7. And this doesn't have to be twisted because it's the same on both sides. If you want to, you're definitely welcome to. It's a habit for me to do it, but. And I'm not really measuring these. I'm just kind of. Going with the flow. Okay. One thing that I forgot to do, that I may have to do, I should have put it on underneath. That's okay. I can figure it out. I was going to put the satin ribbon underneath that ties to the lantern swag before I put this down. So let me do this. Hold on to this. It's under here. Okay, there we go. See? Easy peasy. Oh, that was perfect. That was the end of that roll too. Yay! I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this twist or zip tie right underneath everything. I want this to be semi. Okay, push that down. Put your finger in the middle, right down here. It's hard doing, when I first started doing lives, Kathy, it was very nerve-wracking. This is my first live doing it on YouTube. So, we'll see how it works. Once you get past the first one, you don't know what to expect, if everything's going to work right. My first live was a mess. I'm not going to lie. It was a nightmare. Okay, that's pretty even. Make sure these are twisted. Okay, and you want these to be on the back. Tighten it just a little bit. You don't want to tighten it too much because you want to be able to kind of move these around a little bit. Okay. Let's see if I go like this down here. Pull this one up. This one down. And like it. Just helps my YouTube page. Also, if you guys if you haven't subscribed to my page, if you could click on the subscribe button at the top right hand corner, you'll get notifications of when I go live again on YouTube. Okay, and you can leave your loops a little big like this. Because you can always, I like to put stuff inside my bow. So, pull that up. And don't be afraid to yank on your ribbon. Show it who's boss, right? kind of get them where you want before you really tighten it, because once you really tighten it, they are not going to move. Okay. Now, I've got them where I really want them. And tightness. Just like that. So they're there. They're not going anywhere. Now, if you need to, you can pull them. See how you can just pull them like that and they just, woo! Okay, I'm going to put these ones across like this, these ones up. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of fluff these up a little bit. I'm not going to do a whole lot of fluffing right now just because I'm going to get it on the lantern swag and I'm going to be working with it a lot. So I'm at least going to dovetail my ends. Now, how you want to dovetail, it's really easy. You just take your ribbon, fold it in half, and cut it at an angle. Now I'm not going to curl the 4-inch ribbon just because it's a pretty thick ribbon. It's most likely not going to curl. But I will show you what I mean about curling, because I'm going to curl the other ones. And it just gives it another added depth of character to it. I'm not going to do it with these cream color ones because they're so short. And I think I'm going to also do a Victorian swag in my design group as well. So for those of you that may be interested, I do also have a design group. It's called the Craft Shack. So how you get to it is you can go onto my business page on Facebook. You have to have a Facebook page in order to join, but you go onto M as a Mike and the and sign. I think it's the and sign. I have to spell it so many different ways because some sites don't like the and sign and some do. So it's M and B Creations. And when you go onto my site, my business page, you can click on the Learn More button and it'll take you to PayPal to get it all set up. It is a paid monthly group. It's about $14 a month, but we learn all kinds of things. We learn things like this. We learn wreaths, centerpieces. So when you want to curl, wall hangings, floral arrangements, grapevines, all kinds of stuff. So you want to take your ribbon. I usually use these two fingers, my index finger and my middle finger. You can use these two fingers if you want, whichever's easiest for you. Put it in between your, it's really pretty. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get my lantern up here. I'm going to put this over to the side. So we're done with that. Okay, and I'm going to pan up a little bit because you're not going to be able to see it. It's too tall. I wanted to make sure that I can get my name out there. And so, yeah, some people don't like to do lives. I do them because I want to get my name out there. So people know who I am and what I make and what I'm all about. It's actually helped my business grow. So to me, it's really been worth it. Okay, sorry. I got glitter all over me. But it's not for everyone. So it just depends on you know, where you are in your business, you know, if it's something that you want to do. You could also do, you don't have to do lives. You could do tutorials as well if that's something you want to do, and post them on your page, on your Facebook page, on your business page. You can post them on your YouTube page. You actually have to do lives. You know, see, with people able to see what you make and how you make it, it just shows them the amount of creativity that you have, let's see, this is the front, so this is going to be the side that we're going to put this on. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a zip tie. Let's see. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? This will be easier. You could do this a couple ways. You could put another zip tie through here before you tie it, and then wrap it around here, or you can do like what I'm going to do. And I'm actually, see, this is why I didn't fluff it up too much, because I'm going to be playing with it a lot. I want to see where this is going to go. So I want it up here. Come on, work with me. So let me do this. It's not, I want this to kind of, there we go. We're going to tie this on here anyway, but I wanted to give it kind of a hook type look to it, so it has something to hold on to while I'm working on it. There we go. Okay. I'm going to place my this is why you don't want your tails too long, because now you have all of this you need to put stuff in. If you make your tails too long, then it's going to just cover up everything you just worked so hard to put in here. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put right here. I'm trying to put my finger right here where I had it. Okay, I'm going to put some glue right here, and I'm going to stick this right here. I'm going to kind of hold this a little bit and let it do its thing. Normally I would put the zip tie through here and let it and tie it. That's what I'm gonna do. Also, I don't want to get that in the glue. There we go. I'm also gonna tie this right here. It'll just help it hold it right there. There we go. Okay, so this is what you're gonna tie onto the lantern swag around this piece right here. You can make it bigger if you want and have it wrapped around this part of it. I always like to put it at the very top. See, it'll just go like this. Like that thing. Come on. You know, it works fine when I'm not on the live, but as soon as I get it on the live, see how it's just gonna, like that, and you can curl these like that. Isn't that pretty? After I smashed it. And then we're just gonna put stuff down in here. That's why I didn't get too many bulbs. I'm probably only gonna use one of these, just because we've got so much going on. And I'm going to tie this to the lantern swag. You want to make sure you're not doing it on the entry of the door. Okay, so let me show you how to do it. So, Here is the top of the lantern. Okay. Just tie it like this. And make a really pretty bow. Because people are going to see this side. Just like this. I like to put the bow on here first. And then put it on here because that way I can work on it as I have it on here. You just want to make sure though that you're not gluing it to your lantern swag. So far that's what it looks like. Isn't it pretty? Pretty. And you can pull these down just a little bit. And that'll be what it looks like on the other side. And you have your door. So, I'm going to put this over on this side so you can see as I'm working. I think I'm going to start with... Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate that. I am so in love with Victorian is my favorite. That's like my era. I love it. So I might do. I'm gonna cut this. Okay. Just like that. Woo! Flying objects, flying objects. Okay. I just want to cut that a little bit shorter. Kind of fan these out a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of. Maybe I should zip tie it. I think what I'm gonna do, because this one is a little, it's not as full as what I normally work with. Let me take this off real quick. And I'm going to put this on the table and put these in. And then I can start putting them in. Because I might want to zip tie these. I'm going to put one right down here. I got some green zip ties. Oh, not too far. I'm going to take out a couple. Okay, so I am just going to, and you don't have to worry about the stem really showing that much because we're going to be putting more stuff in here. Okay, just zip tie that, tie it really tight. Okay, got another one. Okay, I'm gonna kind of put this one maybe right here. This one doesn't have the gold leaves on it like the other one did, but that's okay. I'm gonna put this one down here. Put it underneath. We can also glue this on here as well, so we can make sure it's not gonna go anywhere. If you can help it, use the same color as you're using for your swag. You use white, everybody's going to see it. Okay, you want to use a green. You can get these at any hardware store. I think I got these green ones at Lowe's. So, let's see. I think we're going to do this one right here. Okay. This one right here. Now, I might not use all this either, so you can get as much stuff as you want, but you may not need to use all of it. It depends on what I am working on. A lot of times I'll use just hot glue. Sometimes I'll use just zip ties. Sometimes I'll use both, like for this. So it just depends on what I'm working on. If it's a wreath, like a deco mesh wreath, I'll usually just use hot glue. Just because everything sticks to the mesh pretty well. But you want to remember too, if you can zip tie it, I would do that as first. But because you want to remember, if somebody's going to hang a wreath, especially like a Christmas wreath or New Year's or something like that, outside and it's cold outside, things that have been glued can start to fall off. The same goes with the heat, obviously, because it'll heat up the hot glue and it'll start to see, like now I can start to hot glue these in here because there's enough in here that I can do that with. So just gonna put some hot glue right here. I'm gonna put this right down in here. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, about 3 of these. I may only use 2 depending on what it looks like. These have these little clips on them. I'm not going to use those. You can always save them to use them for something else. I don't know what you would use them for because they glued this in the bottom. Okay, now let's see. I might put one right here. That's pretty. And then I can put one down on this side. You want to kind of make sure there's balance. So there's one here, and then one down here at the end. I like to do everything in 3s if I can. I rarely do anything in 4s. If I do it in an even amount, it's usually only with 2. A 4 just kind of makes it look busy. There's something about having the same thing of 4 on there. I just don't do 4. Okay. These also kind of move around. Looks like it might have got squished while it was laying in what it was ever just laying in. One. Before you glue anything though, you want to make sure that you place it first so you like where it's at and then glue it, because once you glue it, you're kind of stuck with it, you know. I'm going to kind of stick this one right there. Things do not fall off as like some other hot glues do. Okay, so let me take a look at it here and see what we got. I'm going to put these over here. I may cut these too. They are a little long, but we'll see how it works. Okay, so now, okay, so we got these. Trying to see if there's one I can put a, there we go. I'm gonna put I end up putting, I think I'm gonna end up putting this big one maybe down here. Yeah, I'm gonna put the big one down here. Now you want to take this off. Next live I may have to just use my phone. I'm just not going to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on the floor for a minute. Okay. You can see. I'm going to take this tie right here at the end, and this is a big enough hole to where I can just stick it on there. Okay, and just shove it in there. Like that. It'll stay. So how you want to do this is you want to put glue around it on the outside, and then kind of glue on the inside. Because once you put this on here, the glue is going to fall down onto it. Okay, you just want to make sure. Don't burn yourself. I've done that I don't know how many times. Okay, I'll put that just like that. So that's going to be down there. I'm going to put this pink one right down here at the end. I'm going to wait till that settles. I'm not going to pick it up yet. Let's get the glue all over my table. There we go. I hate getting glue on my table. Come on, there we go. Okay. So this one's got a small enough hole. I can just kind of put this one on there. If you need to, you can always cut some of these down at the bottom. It'll just help go on better. It depends. This one, normally when I do a lantern swag, I do it on the lantern. But this one's so small, and I may, once this sticks, I think I may be able to do that. Because I like to get a bird's eye view so I can see everything's even. When it's laying down, it's hard to see that way. But normally, yeah, I put it on my, okay, I want to make, that's still not stuck on there enough. Okay, I just want to make sure this sticks on there, it doesn't fall off, because once I pull it up right, it's the gravity is going to want to pull it down. And then we can start sticking stuff in it. Let me just stick one of these little gold ones in here. That looks cute, right? I like to stick stuff in my bows. That's pretty. We're going to do that. Didn't take long for me to decide, right? Okay. Now, I'm just going to put glue around it. Put glue inside of it. And make sure you have your bow, your ribbon where you want it. Okay. So I'm gonna keep it just like that. We're gonna let that kind of do its thing. I like this 1-inch ribbon. I've never used 1-inch ribbon before, but I like it. Okay. Just kind of go like that. this kind of out of the way. There we go. There we go. And kind of pull this down. There we go. Okay, so I think, yep, this is long enough. So now I'm going to bring this back up. And trust me, you guys, having this Lady Susan when you're doing a lantern swag, so much easier to work with a lantern swag than putting the lantern on the table and trying to figure it out. So that's the door. I'm going to do this side. Oh, that's why, because my ribbon's getting in the way. There we go. And then once we get this on here, we'll be able to see a lot better where we need to add stuff. Because where things come up crooked is because it's laying flat on the table. Like for my wreaths, I also have an easel, so I can put it up on my easel and look at it straight. Alright, there we go. That's good enough. There we go. I'm going to pull this up. You can see it. Okay, so far that's looking really pretty. So I'm going to put this one, and this is all wired, like I said, so you can, I'm going to put this one right here. And if I need to, I can always cut it, which I may just do that. Yeah, I'm going to cut this. And then I'm going to cut the sides of this. I don't care if it falls on the floor. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take my ornament, put glue on the outside and the inside. I almost got myself. Okay, we're just going to squish that on there like that. I'm going to cut those just a tad. I think they're too long. Okay, where's that? Let me see that. And kind of curl those under two. Okay, just like that. Curl this one back. Okay, there we go. Now, put some more stuff on here. Thinking about putting an ornament right here. Let's see. I'm gonna put a gold one right there. I'm not gonna cover up all this greenery because I do like the greenery, but I'm just gonna put gold one right there. If you need it, you can bend it so you can turn it in. Take this off. And we have to cut some more on that. I don't want this to cut because that's part of the glitzy one. I like that one. Okay. I just vacuumed my carpet. And it's a mess already. See, this one's got a really kind of a smaller hole, so you really got to kind of cut these down on the side. You don't need as much glue, that's for sure, but you need to grab it from the back and shove it in the hole. Okay. Just like that. And let's see. Got this big gold one. I might not use this big gold one. Or maybe just too big. So, let me see what I got here. It's all about placement. Oh good, these have a bigger hole in there. So what I might do, I want to use both these pink ones. I might just put it right here. Where's that one? Oh, that glue all over it, that's pretty. Let's see. There. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Guess we are going to use this one. Good. And it's got a bigger hole. Bigger hole. I am going to take a little bit, though, off this tie. I don't want it that thick. I can see it anyway. It doesn't matter, right? Stuck, it's everywhere. Everywhere! Ooh, big bubble. Okay. This one on here. Get in a hole. Okay, I'm going to kind of hold that one for a little bit. Push it up in there. Okay, I'm going to kind of hold that for a minute so it doesn't come off. Bend that. Got glitter all over me. Okay. So far, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna cut these. Okay. I'm gonna put some smaller ones on here. This one's got a big enough hole in it. I might not have to cut my tie. Or I might. I just don't want to cut my ribbon. Here we go. I want to see what it looks like right here before I put it in there. Always bend it. Okay. You want to place these just like you do your flowers or whatever you're gluing to make sure that's where you want it. Because again, once you glue it in there, you're pretty much done. If I remember right, I think this one has the small hole on it. No, it does not. Yay! Okay, but I am going to cut this. We're giving it a haircut, is what we're doing. So we can put this on here. Need to pick it up from the back side, hold onto the stem, and just push it in there. Okay? I think I like where that's at. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Okay, I'm going to put glue on these. You want to put the glue on the outside of the ornament like this because you need the glue on the outside to help stick to the tie. That's how. Okay, that one's on. It tried to get me. There. Just like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some of these small leaves. I'm not going to use these big ones because the flag is just not big enough. I'm going to use some of these. Let me put one of these down here. Let's see how this works. No, I don't like it on there. That's okay. We're going to put some leaves on. I got these at, I believe it was Hobby Lobby. Exactly, right? I agree. Okay. Now, let's stick one like right up here. Now the good thing about these leaves is now you can kind of stick them in there. You still want to kind of place them, make sure you put it where you want. Okay, let's stick right there. Get some more going. I usually burn myself every live. We're going to try to break that tradition tonight. Okay. So we got that one and that one. Let's put one like right here. So far so good, right? Now, you don't have to put just one at a time. I mean, you can take, not a whole lot, but maybe 2 at a time, 3 at a time. Let's see with this one. I might just put this one in here. I think I'll leave it right there. And then I'll put it like right in here. Yep, goes right there. You can tell once you place something and look at it that where it belongs. Okay, so this one is going to go right here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. This center piece right here. This one on this side. Okay, so you can see how this is starting to take shape already. And what I can also do is I can take some of these gold hollow over here. I want this ornament to be seen. I don't want it covered up. I'm gonna kind of cut that one just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Stick some more in there. It's gonna have a lot of gold glitter in it, you guys. Pink and gold. Pink and gold. Pink and gold. And let's stick one right up there. Basically, you're just looking for a spot that's bare and filling it with something. You know, that obviously you want to make sure it looks good there, but I'm going to put this one maybe on this side. Yep. That's where that belongs. And I need something like right back here. I'll put this one. Make this one a little longer. I'm gonna have to stick this like right back in here. Oh, this migraine is really irritating me. I've had this migraine for 5 days now. Getting rather old. Okay, that looks good there. But, you know what? I'm not letting it beat me. I'm just not. Here we go. I need something out here. Let me, hold on. Actually, I think I'm going to put that big one right there. Wasn't going to use this big one, but it deserves a spot right there. Right there. Okay, and I still have these left over, so I'm going to save these. Now I got some gold. It's already got a lot of gold in it. Let me put some of these in there. These are pretty. This kind of reminds me of like gold baby's breath. Why not, right? Baby's breath that just isn't for weddings, right? Okay, so I'm gonna stick this like right up here. No, just needs a spot. I'm gonna cut that. I don't like that sticking out of the middle. The only thing with lanterns is it's hard to hold on to them sometimes to put stuff in. Okay, that'll go right there. And I may put some of this in the bow too, so I'm not going to use all of it, but I just want a couple sprigs of it. I know that one's going to look good right there. What was a longer? Oh, and I do need a shorter one. Okay, I think I'm going to stick one right here. Oh. I'm actually going to try to finish an order tonight too of some stuffed hearts that I make but I don't think it's gonna happen because my head is just killing me. This needs to go right here. Yes, right there. And then I'll use the rest on the bow. I think it was up under here. Yeah, it was. I forgot where I put it. I looked at it, I'm like, where did I put that? So even if you place stuff, it just sometimes just doesn't work right. There, right there. Okay, I'm gonna take some of these leaves. Take this one. I know what am I gonna do that one already. Let's stick this one like right up here. So it needs more of a woo projectiles. That's a good catch. Okay. I'm gonna put like one of these up here in the bow. Like right up here. Almost done, guys. A few finishing touches. This stuff has glitter all over it. If you don't like glitter, this is not the project for you. Just saying. Okay, that looks good right there. And we're probably going to add some of these little balls every now and then somewhere. Not too many, just enough to... That looks good right there. My poor husband, he hates glitter. My husband hates glitter. Okay. Stick this one right there. There's that one. It's like Facebook, it just keeps kicking me out of my live. What is the deal? Hold on, you guys. I go back in YouTube so I can see Kathy's comments. Hold on. Oh, while that's figuring out. What I like about these picks is that, you know, you can just cut on them and separate them, and that's right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new stand so I can use my phone instead. My Mabel's not working right. Not on this live anyway. Let's see if I stick this right here. Get in there. Okay. Getting glue everywhere. had more holly leaves. Guess I didn't. There we go. Stick this one like right up here. Oh, maybe I could put it right back here. I want to stick some of these in the bow too, so I don't want to use them all. That looks good right there. Alright, let me see if I can find my line. Hold on just a second. There. There's that. Alright, let me take a look at it and see. I think I need one right up there. I need Alright, thank you for Kathy for stopping by, hon. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Okay, I'm gonna put that one right there. And the rest of these I'm gonna put in the bow. Got a lot of gold going on. I did not burn myself. I didn't. Okay. That is in there. Okay, we're almost done. I just got to put these last little leaves on, the baby's breath, and then we'll be done with, and I got to put a couple of these little balls on here. That one like right there. See, okay, I think 3 is good there. These little ones that will be cute in here. Put the little ones in there. Glue all over me. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm slow, guys, but I just like to make sure everything's in its perfect little spot. Okay, I'm gonna cut some of these off. Looks pretty right there to make the bow, but putting stuff like little things like this into your bow does add a lot of character to it. I mean, you don't want to put so much in your bow that it takes away from the bow and you're like, what is that? Is that a bow that's in there? But you just want to add just a touch, you know, a little something, something. Yes, this will actually be going in my shop. Thank you, Debbie. I'll probably post a picture tomorrow. Put it on my Facebook page. So everybody can see what the finished one looks like. Okay. See how that looks on that bow? Isn't that pretty? So there's one. Another one right here. I may put this one right here. Let's see here and add stuff all night. Gotta get it in the right spot. It's gonna be really pretty right here. Okay. I just want to make sure you're not gluing anything to your to your lantern. That would be bad. That would be bad. Okay, that. I think I'm gonna put one of these like this needs to go somewhere. I don't want to waste it. I've only got one, right? I mean, get in there. There we go. Okay, that looks cute. Okay, so we're not gonna use those. Okay, let me see. I want to add a little bit more pink. And add some of these. Maybe this might help. Oh. Right there. That looks cute right there. I'm gonna put these around randomly. You don't want to put too much glue on these because they are styrofoam. Saying. Oh, my head is killing me. I've had this migraine since Monday morning. I woke up with it, so you can imagine what kind of day I had on Monday. But I've been trying not to take any ibuprofen today because I want to kind of help it work itself out. Thanks, Debbie. So I may have to break down and take some ibuprofen or something because my head is killing me. I don't. The headache 10 times worse, if that's even possible. What it feels like right now, it feels like somebody is taking an ice pick and stabbing me in the back of the eyeball with it. Not fun. Just not fun. Let's see. I'm just kind of randomly putting these around. I need a little bit more pink to break up that gold because there's so much gold in here. Mind you, I don't mind the gold. I like the gold. However, I don't need so much of it. I like these bigger ones. Let's see if this will go right here. I need to put one like right here. Or I could put one right here. That would go pretty right there. Just gotta work through it, right? Working through the migraine. Oh, God. You need I'm gonna put this in here and see how it looks. No, that's too much. Let me put a I'm gonna put one right there and then one on this side, and I think we'll be done. Okay. These smaller ones are okay, but I like these bigger ones. You can get these at Hobby Lobby down the birthday aisle. They have them in every color. I need one like right here. I have them in pink. I needed one on this side. It looked lovely. Okay. That I might do. I don't have any more. That's okay. I'm gonna put that under just a tad. So it's not so off. There we go. There. So there is our lantern swag. Mevo. I'm done using my Mevo for live. I'm only going to use my Mevo for recording. It's not, I keep losing my connection. It's buffering. It's pissing me off. I can't swear on YouTube. Okay. So here is the lantern side. Turn this off before I forget. Oh, I mess. That glitter all over me. Okay, so here is how our finished product. Move these ribbons around just a tad. And just like that. And then let me turn these on so you can see what it looks like. A little time consuming, but you know, this is just out of a little tiny swag pick that you can get at Hobby Lobby, and this is what I made with it. I think it turned out pretty. What do you guys think? And you can see what it looks like from the side. I think it's very festive. It's very shabby chic. I love this ribbon. And that's it. See, that's what it looks like from the back. And you can see, I mean, you can always put some stuff underneath here too so you can see from the other side, but I never do. No, this feels like it needs to be bent just a tad. There we go. there. Sometimes you just gotta kind of mess with it. What do you guys think? Thanks, Miss Kim. So I'm going to be doing my lives more, I think, on YouTube, maybe. Every now and then. I'm probably going to do one a week on YouTube, and then, because I do my lives twice a week. So I think I'm going to do one on YouTube, and then one on Facebook. So, but I will send out notifications once I go live, so you know which one I'm going to be going to. That would be the bad thing, is if somebody went, oh, I didn't know you were going live. Because I want everybody to know that wants to know. So thank you guys for coming. I hope this helps you think of some ideas. Maybe if you're stuck on, you know, if you're tired of doing wreaths and you want to do something different, try a lantern swag. You know, the first one is always going to be hardest. Trust me, it is. But the more you do them, the easier they get. I think they're a lot of fun. So thank you guys. Love you. Goodbye. Bye.